Welcome to Ole Red, everybody. I happen to be standing in the Nashville location right now, and as you can see, I'm standing here in front of the stage. And one of the things that actually makes Ole Red different than any other music venue up and down Broadway here in Nashville or any of the locations as far as the area that they're in is the fact that these stages are literally like big tour productions. I don't know any other place you can go to that's a small music-oriented venue like this where you get this kind of production. I mean, artists are able to come in here, they can throw up their artwork, their logo, their information. They have the best sound that you can possibly have. They got the best sound engineers, and they just got a great opportunity to showcase what they're all about musically. I love that about these Ole Reds. And so for finding the artists for playing these venues, you got to pick the ones that they're ready for something like this. You're not going to walk in here and see somebody auditioning that you're going to go, man, they're not that good. They're already going to be a certain level of talent before they're even on our stage at Ole Red. I think that's important for the people who come in, who want to hear some great country music, and it's important for the artists to at least have made it to some point where they're comfortable enough on stage to really hold an audience. When I was growing up playing the bars and really any kind of a venue that I could perform, you never knew from one gig to the next what you were getting into. And I hated that feeling. I mean, it's one thing to not know what the audience is going to be like, but it's another thing when you're rolling into a place and you don't even know really if they have a PA or not, or if they have a stage, or you're going to be just standing on the floor in a roped off area. That stuff literally happened to me more times than I can count. And it was important for me, putting myself in the shoes of these artists coming up, that at least at Ole Red, they had something they knew they could look forward to when it was time to come here and play, and know that they're going to have the opportunity to be shown in the best light possible so that they can showcase their artistry and not just feel like they're in survival mode the whole time. One of the main things that separates Ole Red from basically any other venue, they're basically the only venues in the area that you can walk in almost any time of the day and there's live music up on that stage. I don't know that there's any other venues in any of those areas that any time of the day you can walk in and chances are there's somebody up on that stage giving you all they got. They're performing live, and that's pretty incredible that we're able to keep that rotation of artists going all the time. No different than the servers or the hostesses at the front of the place. There's always somebody on that stage. When people leave Ole Red, I want them to leave here a fan of whatever artist they saw performing that night. And they can't do that unless they have a great experience hearing that person and seeing that person. And I want them to look ahead and go, wow, that artist was incredible. I'm coming back tomorrow because there's a different artist playing and I want to have that same experience. I want them to keep coming back knowing that they won't be let down, because yeah, you don't like every single artist, you're never going to, but you're always going to have a chance to make that decision based on their artistry and not because the venue is a pain in the butt, or you can't see them or hear them, or there's too many distractions. It just doesn't happen at Ole Red. When we were first talking about Ole Reds, and I mean floor plans like back in those days, one of the things that I really was very vocal about as an artist and somebody who had input was, let's not make the stage an afterthought. Let's not build a bar and a restaurant and then try to figure out where to put the stage. Let's build a stage and figure out where to put the bar and restaurant around that. And because there's a lot of reasons for that. Honestly, the audio, if you're listening or you're performing, being in a corner is not ideal. You want everybody in here to feel like they've got a front row seat, and that's the way we design every single Ole Red location. I would put our audio up against anybody else's in any town. It's something that we take very serious because we're a music venue first, and that can't just be something that we say. It's got to be something that you can walk into these places and go, wow, I heard everything. I heard the steel guitar, I heard the singer, and it wasn't so loud that it was painful. It was just enjoyable, and it's got to be that way for the artist and the people who come to hear that artist.